And welcome back to Learning Left-Handed. This is the wonderful episode 7. How are you doing, everybody? Are you doing good? Good to hear. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 amazing things. But before we begin, as we always do, I'd like to give a big shout out to all of my amazing fans this week, because honestly, the lovely messages you get just bring so much joy into my smile. Every day I read them. I love it. Honestly, just brings a lot of smiles to my day. So I'm sure you're wondering what I ended up doing the last few days. Well, it's not actually too much, but I did go to the Natural History Museum, and do I tell you, it is hot as hell in there at the moment. So if you are planning on taking little ones there, make sure you have lots of water. And weirdly, even the cafeteria was boiling hot. Now, I'm not saying they haven't done anything to try and mediate it, because they did put some fans out, and it did help if you stood approximately 4 inches away from them. Now, I know the building is over 200 years old, but come on, guys, put some aircon in it. Do us all a favour. I know it doesn't seem like it's needed often in this country, but we do have a summer, as much as some people forget it. And that's all I've been up to this week so far. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to a wrestling event at the Colour Factory. I went there last month. It was brilliant. Going there again. It's going to be good. Then afterwards, I'm going to see on Wednesday, I'm going to see Mrs. Doubtfire. This will obviously be out by Thursday, so you'll be able to enjoy them. My nan will be coming back from Spain, where she spent the last 2 weeks with my family. For those of you who don't know, I lived in Spain for quite a long time. And I'm also going back to Spain myself for this weekend, for the Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So next week I will be recording this probably on a Tuesday instead of the normal Monday. What else have I got to tell you? Well, I had an amazing weekend. I really did. Brought a lot of smiles to my face, and maybe explored a little bit of what my future will be. I hope, anyway. It was a lot of fun. Now let us begin with what we always love in this place. We're going to talk about one of the laws of power. Are you ready? We're talking about Law 28. Enter action with boldness. Timidity. As in, acting timid is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness, because any mistakes you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. So you got to bring all the audacity. Are you ready, people? Can you feel the audacity flowing through your veins? And I don't mean the recording thing from, 2005, Water City. Nice callback there, hey? What I'm basically saying is, no one honours the timid. You do get honoured if you are, say it with me, you have audacity. Now, the keys to this power is you must practice and develop your boldness. You will often find uses for it, don't get me wrong, it is a tool. Demand to be treated with respect, and you will. A bold move makes you seem larger and more powerful than you are, and puts people on a defensive in terror of your next strike. Now, will you make many friends doing this particular thing? No, but it is always good to have it in your mind. Don't you think? All right, next, we'll be talking about some more copywriting trends, since you guys loved it a fortnight ago. They want me to turn it into a full-blown series every fortnight. I'll see what this one does, and then I'll start thinking about it. Okay, guys? And girls, apparently 30% of my audience are women. I do not think it was, to be honest with you, I don't really care who listens to it. I just hope someone does, every week. A view is a view, so please, if you are listening to this, share it with your friends, your family, your dog's best friend, your aunties, your friends, your enemies. I don't care who you send it to. Just send it to someone, okay? And these 3 are the copywriting trends that we're talking about today. Tell a good story. Social media is the most relevant. and create webinars, because honestly, those things will make you a ton. First things first, tell a good story. Storytelling activates many different parts of a brain. It captivates you. We have literally been making up stories for 10,000 years. Look at the cave paintings. You think they're there for art reasons? No, they are to say, do you remember Jerry? Yeah, Jerry got eaten by that lion, but Jerry also kills a couple of antlers. Eh? That's deadly. The antler. Not something like edible, like a deer. No, an antler. Anyway, make the audience resonate with you. Tell more stories. Number 5, social media is still relevant. It is the most relevant thing these days, whether you are on TikTok, whether you're on Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, or whether you tried the ill-fated Google+, rest in peace. Write for each one. Now, that means each one has to be different comparing to who you are trying to target. 6, webinar content. It's great for generating leads and educate customers which require content. Lead magnets and other offers that can be writing for clients. Say that you have a lot of one specific product and you're trying to sell it because it is a brilliant product, but not many people realize that. So you've got to get it out there. You've got to tell people. You've got to say, hey, you would like this product because of this reason. And then, boom, move in like that. You hear that? You get that? Boom. Now, what do you think about that? Eh? After that, we are going to be talking about some amazing TikTok stuff that we have found this week. First one is how to start a property company. You ready? First of all, I want you to rent on Airbnb. I want you to find a cheap rent that you can make look relatively nice. You rent it for a heck of a lot more. You try and do it for a daily or a weekender. You'll make some money there. I want you to try and average between 65 to 70% occupancy. And I do recommend that you get a professional cleaner. The only time I want you to be there is once a week to check nothing has been broken, and you go from there. Okay? I want you to rent it for 3 years doing this. You're just going to make a little bit of money, You're not going to make tons doing this, but this is how you're going to build the first blocks forward. I need to be looking in Victoria, Hertford, Paddington, Bishop Stortford, Greenwich, Maida Vale. And basically, these are all good places to start because there is still cheap places out there, unlike other places. So I want you to start there, make enough money, work out how you can get a slightly better place to rent out until you are renting out several in the city. And then you can make all of that good moolah. Next, this one was written precisely for by one of my lovely writers, just for you. It's weird advice. If you don't know what to do in a moment, drink water. If you need to remember something, write it 3 times or say it out loud 3 times. That does sound helpful. What do you think? If that sounds helpful to you, leave a like down below or leave us a lovely comment because I do love reading them. Next, weird work facts. The lifts or elevators, as people like to say, actually go up, not down in emergency because if the cable snaps, the counterweight will drop, lifting you straight up. So think about that. Oh, and there's also, if it did start to fall, you would drop about a foot before the space clamps would clamp in. That's been around for 100 years. People forget that. When you order a coffee, the milk in the coffee costs more than the coffee. Then I'm going to talk about how to overcome dyslexia. Now, I know a lot of people out there who have dyslexia, and honestly, it is holding them back. So what I'm going to try and do is there's 3 things I want you to try. First one is audiobooks. If you listen to something while you're reading it, you will learn the symbols, aka letters, of how to read a bit better. I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight sensation. You're going to become the greatest reader ever, but you will become incredibly better than your starting off point. Next, and a final one for today, a quote. How are you going to knock somebody in the world for actually trying to do something? When did it become so cool not to try? I'll leave you on that note, and as always, everybody, thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for learning left-handed.